Hey, my name is Eric Worrell. In today's video, we're doing a review of Audible, the online audiobook service provided by Amazon. So what you can see on the screen is we are doing actually a Google Sheet that's split up into tabs. So this kind of helps give us a table of contents of what we're going to be talking about. So we have an Audible overview, the plan costs, so you know exactly how they're all laid out, what the costs are a la carte, your average savings, your free trial and what you should know, recommended books, and also competitors that you should be aware of if you're thinking about getting a subscription to Audible. So why don't we get started and go with the Audible overview. So the first thing you should know is that Audible is an audiobook platform that was purchased by Amazon in 2008. It allows you to buy audiobooks a la carte, which come at higher prices, which we'll talk about in a minute, or through their monthly subscription. Also, if you do get the monthly subscription, which we're going to talk about in the plan costs in the next tab, you do get guided meditation and fitness programs offered for free, and memberships vary, but you also get 2 Audible originals each month. Now, the Audible originals, if you've watched an older video that's reviewing Audible, probably doesn't talk about it because it's a newer service. Basically what that is that the first Friday of every month, there are 6 new Audible originals to choose from. You can pick 2 originals and they're yours forever. Typically, your normal Audible credits expire in 12 months. So like if you get an Audible credit for January, next January it's going to expire. Well, that original, the credit that you get for those 2 credits each month, it's going to expire in February. So you only have that month to use them. So you want to make sure if you are going with the Audible program, you're using your originals every single month and that you're also using your Audible credits within 12 months as well. And then this month that I'm recording this in, December 2019. You're looking at authors that were available under the originals were like Nick Offerman, if you know him from Community, David Spade, Adam Grant, John Cena, Mel Robbins, and Joe Biden were some popular authors. So there are some pretty neat content in the Audible originals, which is a nice added benefit that they did not have a year ago. So why don't we get into the plan costs so we can kind of dissect that a little bit? Because what I've found is if you look this up on Amazon, it's kind of confusing because they jumble the order a little bit. What you're really looking at are 2 different packages. There's gold and platinum, and then there's the option to go monthly or annual. Really what you want to look at is this last column here that says cost per credit. Because what you're going to be getting an idea of there is how much each audiobook is going to cost you with that plan. So it's going to range at the highest point of $14.95, and again, we're talking about cost per credit. And at the lowest point, you can get it down to $9.56 if you go with a platinum annual plan. But that does require you to purchase an entire year up front, where you're going to get 24 credits at an average of $9.56 a piece as of making this video. You'll notice that I have a little notation here that says Audible Escape subscription, $6.95 or $12.95. What that is it's a program that is just filled with like Harlan Quinn, romantic novels, things of that nature. So if you like that, if you want to get that as a standalone product and you don't care about the Audible subscription service, you can get it for $12.95. If you do have Audible, and let's say you had the gold monthly plan at $14.95 per month, you can add this on for $6.95 a month to get like an unlimited amount of these romantic novels. So another important note I wanted to highlight is any audiobooks purchased beyond your credits will be $14.95 each. So even if you go with the Platinum Annual where it works out to $9.56 per credit, if you end up reading 25 books that year, you get that last book, you're going to have to pay for it, right? But the cost of it is $14.95, which is typically much cheaper than what you would have paid a la carte. And as mentioned before, each plan comes with 2 free Audible originals each month. So you don't have to do an annual plan to get that. That comes regardless of whichever plan you're in. What I decided to do here was take a look at the top 10 books as of 12/23/19. And you can see those listed underneath there, Talking to Strangers, which was a great book if you're looking for a good book to read. And I put the standalone price. So if you were to go on to Amazon and you say, I just want the audiobook, I don't want to subscribe to Audible, these are the prices that you'll see. And I've highlighted what the cheapest price was and what the most expensive price. Congrats to J.K. Rowling on still having the most expensive audiobook on here. From what I've read, the pricing sometimes is dependent on the length of the book and a couple other factors, so that might be why that one is a little more expensive. But the average standalone price worked out to $23.48. Well, any one of these books, if you have an Audible subscription, and let's say you're just doing the one Audible book per month, and you decide you want to read 2 books that month, and you don't have any credits stored up, because again, they are stored up for 12 months, you could pay $14.95 for any one of these 10 books. So on average, what I did is I put the savings here. Your average savings by having the Audible subscription price for any a la carte books that you end up purchasing is $8.53. So I wanted to highlight this and what that looks like in average savings. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm combining the last two tabs that we looked at, and what we're looking at here and I want to highlight is the average savings per credit. And how I'm getting this number is I'm taking the standalone price that you can see over here highlighted $23.83, and I'm deducting the cost of the credit in the 4 different plans that Audible offers. So what you can see here is this one is $14.95 per credit. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the $23.83 minus $14.95 means that if you were to buy that book standalone price versus buying it with Audible plan, you'd save $8.88. And then if you were to buy the Platinum Annual, you would save $14.27 compared to the average standalone price of the top 10 books. So that is something that you definitely want to be aware of. Also, it's worth mentioning that the top 10 books is worth mentioning because with Audible, you do get access to a lot of the #1 sellers, right? There are other competing services, but a lot of times what I've found is those services, you do not have access to the top 100 list of books. It's typically books that have been out for a little bit. So let's take a look and go over to free trial because I think there's some things worth mentioning from that. So Audible offers a free trial to this. The free membership is for 30 days and it gives you 1 audiobook and 2 originals. So after the trial, you're signed up into the gold monthly plan at $14.95, which I'll highlight on the screen right now. So if you go to the 31st day, you're on that plan, but you can cancel at any time and your credits are good for 1 year. So if you get signed up for a free trial, what you'd want to do is make sure you use those 2 originals within that first month. And then that 1 audiobook, if it takes you 45 days to pick a book, you'll still have it available to you for up to 12 months. The last thing I'm going to point out and highlight is that there's no reason to use anyone's referral link. And what I mean by that is if you go directly to Amazon and you search Audible and you sign up for Audible, you are going to get the exact same free trial as if you were to use somebody's referral link. I personally have a referral link in the description and pinned comment of this video. But if you use my link, it's the same thing as if you were to just go directly to Audible and sign up for a free trial. I've seen other videos and content where people claim that you're going to get the 30 days free with them if you use their referral link. It's kind of disingenuous in my opinion because it's the same either way, but I do appreciate if you use my link because it helps support my YouTube channel and what I'm trying to grow here. So why don't we get over to this section here, which is recommended. The last thing we're going to talk about are competitors. In my opinion, there are 2. I'm only going to be talking about one right here, which is Scribd, S-C-R-I-B-D. I know it looks like Scribed, but it's called Scribd. They're more of a Netflix binge style pricing where you pay like $8 a month and you can read unlimited amount of books. There are less top list books, so you're not going to get your top 10s that new releases like you would on Audible, but they have these snapshots, which are like 15-minute listens where you can take a book, and a couple of those ones that actually I just mentioned on the previous recommendations are on there, and you can consume these books within 15 minutes because they've created their own summaries, kind of like cliff notes of those books. So what you'll see on the screen right now is a video that's going to be a Scribd review. You can click that if you're interested in that. Again, if you do want to sign up for Audible, it's free for the first 30 days. If you use my link, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you supporting my YouTube channel in that way. All right, I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you do more reading because, trust me, I probably saved $5,000 just from reading 1 book last year by not excavating my driveway. All right, guys, good luck and take care.